Thanks to those joining me live, to those that have been joining me on Archive DStyleBoxing. Here, you're watching Archive. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. And take a moment, thumbs up the video, right? Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Look, yesterday there was a UFC event, right? I had other things to do. I don't watch anything really, but I just caught some snippets of the fight. But this is what I want to talk about, okay? So I saw the post-fight. This shit was so staged, man. Look, man, I know something's staged when I see it. Like, I know it, right? I know something is staged when I see it. I could see it's fucking staged. Now, you could argue, is there something wrong with that or not? But let me just tell you this, okay? Let me go full circle with this. But DStyle, you like wrestling, right? It has its place, you know? But I don't know if it's on a post-fight of a MMA fight. I don't know if that's the place of wrestling, okay? But let's talk about this here, right? Let's go ahead and talk about this. So first of all, we've been hearing rumors for a while now, since right before WrestleMania, like before, like March, you know, February, by those months, we were hearing rumblings that Lesnar was done with WWE. Okay, we've been hearing that for a while. That was almost understood that he was gonna lose at WrestleMania and later's, and right off to the sunset. So when WWE had him win his match or whatever, then we thought, okay, maybe I guess he's gonna stay. But then I kept hearing rumors, and the rumor mill, that Lesnar is in talks with Dana White. So we've known about this. And last year, he was called out by John Bones Jones. So it's not like the name of Brock Lesnar is just miraculously coming up. Okay. It's not something that just spontaneously happened. It was just a matter of when people were going to notice this. And to me, as I look at this, as I saw what happened in that post-fight, it looked, I am 99% sure that was staged. I'm 99% sure it was staged. Let me tell you why, okay? One, it looked staged, all right? It looked like a very bad segment of Monday Night Raw. That's what it looked like to me, all right? Now that in itself doesn't mean it's staged, but it's you know, let's submit it into evidence, right? Really, like, are you serious right now? Like, Joe Rogan does the interviews like they always do, right? And then what happens? He grabs the mic. He tells Rogan, "Give me a moment with the mic." He grabs the mic for himself. Okay. Announcers don't typically do that. They don't happen to hand mics to other guys, but maybe Rogan made an exception here. Maybe he himself has made exceptions before. I don't know, right? He grabs the mic and he starts walking around the octagon. And Rogan had to stop him several times and turn him so he's facing the hard camera, right? Like they do in WWE. But anyway, he's walking around. He starts to cut a promo, right? Oh, I've been hearing about somebody, and like he upsold Brock Lesnar. And then he said, "Come in here, you know, I'm calling you out." So Lesnar walks in the octagon, right? Then Lesnar changes his tune. He says, "Oh, you're calling me out." You can read his lips. Then he pushes Cormier, just like, you know, like Tyson did to Stone Cold. I mean, it was, like, you know, he did the "this is my ring, son" promo on him. All right, And then Joe Rogan is laughing. Okay, Joe Rogan is smiling it up. Okay, he has a big smile on his face. Like the commission guys are there, like holding them back, but like that's it. Like you're telling me, like a bunch of people didn't jump in the ring, and then Cormier is still grabbing the mic, saying, "Push me now, I'll knock you out later." Right? And talk about a rehearsed line. Okay, now maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but everything's looking fishy here, right? And then Dana White calmly shows up to quote unquote separate the action. Okay, and then he's smiling, he's grinning. All right, and they ask Lesnar to exit the ring, right? And Cormier tells him, "Get out of my ring." He cuts another promo on him. "Get out of my ring. Get out of my octagon. I got pictures to take." Right? So like that's evidence number one. Number two is Cormier is a big wrestling fan. Right? Cormier has talked about wrestling. The dude knows more about wrestling than most people on here. Right? So that's that. Cormier, right, has been talking for a long time that he wants a big fight and he wants a money fight and that he's not interested in fighting young guns. He's 39. He wants big payday, so he has an incentive to stage this shit. But here's the damning part in the post-fight press conference. Because even if you said, well, maybe it is, but maybe it isn't. It is what it is, right? The damning evidence is in the post-fight press conference when somebody brought it up. And what happened, according to Cormier, he noticed that Lesnar was in the octagon grinning ear to ear, right? Cormier said in one hand, I didn't even notice. I was doing sprints in the hallways, and that's when I first saw Lesnar. Oh, so Lesnar was in the back. Interesting. He wasn't just randomly in the crowd, right? Okay. And then, he says that he made it sound like he just happened to notice Lesnar. And so he's trying to convince people that he first saw Lesnar in the back and that, that's why he called him out in the octagon. Like he saw him front row and he cut a promo to call him inside the ring. You really want me to believe that? Here's the other part. He talked about how he's known Brock Lesnar. He kind of said in the octagon, but in the post-fight press conference, he went deep into that. Oh, yeah, I wrestled not against him directly, but in our team. We wrestled against Lesnar in college. So I knew him. Our families know each other. Really? Really? Are you going to reveal all that? And then some more damning evidence. He got all offended when somebody said, "Hey, some people are saying it was staged." I wish that reporter had the balls to say, "You know what? I honestly think it was staged." But he said, "Oh, people are saying." That's the favorite line reporters got. Okay. Oh, people are saying, right? Like, nobody wants to own the shit they ask nowadays. Oh, people are saying. So yeah, people are saying it's staged because it fucking looks staged. And it smells staged. All right? And then he got all mad saying he doesn't do fake fighting. It's just like took it personal, right? But nobody's saying you're going to fake the fight. But this shit was staged, and it was sad. This is the sad state of combat sports. Is this where we're at now? That we have to stage these little WWE-like, Raw segments after fights and shit? Like, really? Now, look, having someone there that is a contender or a number one contender or another champion and putting them in the ring, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Not every scenario where somebody's called up into the ring is staged, right? And it being staged isn't necessarily a bad thing in itself. It's just I honestly believe that Cormier and Lesnar talked about the push. Like I honestly believe that. I think Dana White knew the push was coming. I would be shocked if Joe Rogan knew the push was coming because there was nothing organic about the reaction after Lesnar shoved Cormier. There was no organic reaction from anybody in the octagon. And by the way, that little short ass, 5'2" dude that shoved Lesnar, that shit was hilarious, right? But notice how Lesnar wasn't like, he didn't care when that dude shoved him. Yeah, I wouldn't be scared either, right? But nonetheless, that's the only dude that overreacted in that situation. You cannot look at that segment and say, "Oh yeah, I'm excited." Like, maybe you guys are excited about it. I'm not. I mean, I think the Stone Cold Steve Austin Tyson segment was way better than that. I mean, if you're gonna do it, at least do it go all out, right? Like, you can't tell me right now that this is serious here, right? Like, I know a real confrontation when it happens, like because you could tell. When Barrera punched Morales, there was nothing staged about that. And the way things went down when that happened, you can tell it wasn't, right? When Roy Jones's trainer knocked out John Ruiz's trainer, that was real. There was nothing staged about that. There is no way the UFC heavyweight champion is going to allow some other man to just shove him like that unless he's doing it to stage it and to sell tickets, right? It's just, I refuse to believe that. Like, I refuse to believe that Daniel Cormier, right, just spontaneously decided to cut a promo and call out Brock Lesnar in the middle of the octagon, right? Like, he just did that on his own. Like, it wasn't talked about. Like, he didn't know ahead of time, hey, if you win this fight, you're going to fight, Brock Lesnar. Like, you cannot tell me. You just can't. Nothing you say will convince me otherwise, unless it's damning evidence otherwise. Is this what people want to see? The sad thing, it might work actually. But then again, I don't know. I think Lesnar Cormier is going to sell. It's going to sell. But people are going to get the false impression that it's sold because of that push and that WWE-like segment that occurred after the fight. Okay? It's the people that's what it is. Why do people have to cut promos like when they call out Lesnar? Like what? Because he's from the WWE or what? Like, why do they have to take the mic from Joe Rogan, look at the camera, and cut a promo? Like, what are you trying to reach out to wrestling fans? What is this? Like, John Bone Jones did the same thing. Now, Lesnar wasn't there, but he literally took the mic. He said, "Give me the mic. I need to say something." He looked at the camera and he started like cutting a promo, calling out Lesnar. Is this what we've come to? What's going on here? And then I'm hearing rumors that supposedly, I don't know if this is true, but that supposedly Vince McMahon is thinking about doing a Lesnar-Lashley fight, but like a shoot, like a real MMA fight for the WWE Universal title. So like WWE is going to have real fights and UFC is going to stage segments. Like what's going on here? What's going on? I don't understand. Like somebody, DStyle doesn't understand. Like what's going on? And you got people that like buy this shit, like, like, oh yeah, this is what fighters got to do. Like why? For what? Look, man, combat sports is full of testosterone. Shit, confrontations are going to happen. You don't have to stage them, right? All right, I'm just telling you. But I don't want to see stage shit like this in boxing or UFC. I just don't. That shit looks fake. That shit looks staged. It looks planned, bro. Like I can just picture. Can you just picture this? Like Cormier, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Giving Lesnar a hug. And, yeah, we're going to make a lot of money, bro. Yeah. I saw your match at WrestleMania with Roman Reigns. Because, Cormier's a big WWE fan. Right? You should have heard Cormier, right? Talking to who was it? Chris Jericho and Chris Jericho podcast. That dude knew the ins and outs of Monday Night Raw and what's going on, and talked about how his son was disappointed with Seth Rollins, and like, oh, I had to sit down with my son and explain to him why Seth Rollins, did what he did, and like, I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here? But anyway, right? You expect me to believe this guy didn't know he was cutting a promo? This is insane. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Back in the day when fighters did something disrespectful, like it actually happened. Like it wasn't something planned to sell tickets, okay? To sell pay-per-views. That's not why it was done. Right? Okay, like you gotta, this is crazy. Like this is insane. Like what's going on? What I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. What's that? Is Hulk Hogan gonna come out now? Like I was waiting. I'm surprised Lesnar didn't hit him with a steel chair while he was celebrating on top of the octagon, right? It honestly looked like a really bad WWE Monday Night Raw segment. So that's what it looked like to me, right? What the hell is going on? What the hell's going on? I don't get it. For once, D-Style doesn't understand. All right? Good win for DC, by the way. Knocked out Mayushik, or how you pronounce that dude's name. That's the guy that wanted to box Anthony Joshua. That's the guy. Miyoshik. Like he thought he was gonna like hang in a boxing fight with Anthony Joshua. Like you can't be serious right now, right? But that's another story. But that's another story. But hey, so apparently, look at this shit. Hulk Hogan's in the chat. Look, you can't make this shit up. He's more excited than anything WWE has done. But yeah, probably stage. John Green through heel in the house. Shit was more staged than the WWE promo. Yeah, that shit was straight out of WWE script. That shit was scripted, bro. Right? DC for WWE Universal Champion. Hulk Hogan enjoyed it. Before the fight was even started, I saw headlines popping up that the winner of Stipe and Daniel Cormier would fight Brock Lesnar. I'm sure he knew the stakes, but he says he didn't. Staged, I agree. AJ 10, that felt like a stage promo. John Green through heel. The great moment they show Lesnar talking, shaking people's hands. I knew. Yeah. Okay, nobody knows more wrestling than the Hulkster dude. So what about England, Sister Hill? Lesnar still has Cain Velasquez nightmares, says Bruce. The heel continues, and I guess who trains with Cain Velasquez? Yeah, we know. Cormier. Cyber Slayer, very staged. Hulk Hogan unification fight for UFC heavyweight, light heavyweight, and universal title. Oh, man. Miss Guido says, yes, it has come to this, unfortunately. John Green Hero Strowman cashes in. Jesus Christ. AJ10 felt like a Monday Night Raw. Only thing missing was the intro music. Cyber Slayer Lesnar is twice DC size. John Green Hero Monday Night Raw gonna be lit. Hulk Hogan, I think John Jones interference will happen and Lesnar wins. Trujillo says the big problem was the fact that heavyweight fight before this one stunk like shit and neither one looked like a number one contender. Eddie LM, LOL, the short dude is Rosendo Sanchez. Back in the day, he was the boxing coach at the gym I used to train at. My parents grew up with him too and say he's always had a little man's complex. Yeah, dude shoved Lesnar, bro. Hell yeah, I want to see it, brother. All right, Samurai Slayer, Hogan's hulking up. just thinking about this fight. Champ Ross in the house. That's what I'm saying, DStyle. The shit is a joke. Trujillo says, Hogan going to get the title. No one overshadows him. Blame Nagano and Lewis for this. I'm going to blame the UFC for this. Hogan, too bad I'm past my prime. I take on these chumps easy, brother. All right, Bruce, leave that stage shit for WWE. Champ Ross, the Hulkamaniacs, can't wait for your comeback, Hulkster. Look, the UFC has been, ever since the purchase of the UFC, the new owners have been trying to, pay the mortgage, man. They acquired something for over $4 billion to try to make that money back. So you damn right. You got to bring the WWE to the UFC to make money. That's what they're going to do. And Conor McGregor, they got to pay him a lot of money. So we'll see how much they make with that. But this is unbelievable. This is insane. When you put it all together, like DC being a big wrestling fan, okay, he already knows Brock Lesnar. He already knew about Brock Lesnar being there, but he tried to lie and make it sound like he had no idea that Lesnar was signed again or whatever. Okay, like this, when he put it all together, the way he took away the mic from Rogan and did the promo. Oh, you got to take the mic because WWE fans will know what you mean by that. It's just dumb shit. Yeah, just come in and just push me, bro. Let's push me. It's just like Tyson did to Stone Cold, and people break it up, I'm surprised they didn't have all the fighters come out from the back to separate them. Right? I'm surprised they didn't have it. This is insane. This is crazy. Who's going to win? Cormier's going to win. Once Lesnar gets punched in the face, the dude's done. He doesn't like to get hit. There's no amount of training can make you overcome that. None. Right? No amount, just like no amount of training will give Amir Khan a chin, no amount of training will make this guy feel comfortable in the line of fire. None of it. There's already a pretty simple blueprint to beating Brock Lesnar. Don't get taken down and punch him in the face. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. And every time he's getting repeatedly hit, he falls apart. Right? That's just the truth. Now, if he takes you down, he's dangerous. Right? He is. Yeah, I know Mark Hunt hits hard, but first of all, Lesnar was juiced up as shit. Okay, that's number one. I mean, Lesnar was so fucking juiced up for the Mark Hunt fight, and then he's getting rewarded with a title shot here. Oh, yeah, the UFC's in need of money, right? Like, the UFC should just stop the bullshit, right? Why isn't DC concerned about Lesnar's juicing? I thought you don't want to fight juicers. You're gonna fight this juicer. So first of all, it was juiced up to shit. Okay, when he fought Mark Hunt. I mean, come on, juiced up. You don't even have him earn a shot. There's something wrong here, man. Right? And to me, you're flirting with something here that you don't have to flirt with, and that's people talking about how it's staged and all that. All right, I don't know what type of deal you got with Vince McMahon. I have no idea what that deal is, but I don't think you should be doing these deals just because you need this money right away. Shouldn't, but hey, whatever. They want to put Lesnar back in the mix. All right, put it back in the mix. The Hulkamaniacs can't wait for the comeback, says to the Hulkster, says Champ Ross. That's all I got to say, guys. I mean, I don't really want to say more than what I've already said. Right? But that's it. Shit was staged. I am 100% convinced that it was staged. Because it looks staged, and the events that happen afterwards and how DC stories aren't adding up. Right? If DC would have just came out and say, hey, man, hey, I gotta get paid. Yeah, okay. I hyped up the fight a little bit, right? Whatever. Like, if he would have just said that, okay, fine. But him acting like, oh, this was just spontaneous, and it just occurred to me to call out Lesnar right after the fight. It just occurred to me. Like, he didn't know he wasn't going to do that if he won. You know, like, come on. Right? He already knew what he was going to do if he won that fight. He already knew. Stipe knew he was going to call out Lesnar if he won. They already knew. They already knew this. So according to Cormier, they're going to do some. He's like, oh, that he wants something better than USADA, he said. Right? It's got to be better than USADA. Like, I don't know what that is, but hey, to make the Lesnar fight happen. Man, if you want this payday, bro, I'm telling you. But if the UFC is, going to have different standards for different fighters when they pop dirty, right? I mean, Nick Diaz hasn't been able to fight because the dude can't let go of a fucking weed pipe. Dude's smoking weed and he can't fight, right? Lesnar's juicing up the gills and the dude's going to get a title shot. The last time he fought, he got caught cheating, right? They took away his victory in the process, but UFC is still talking about how he won. Okay. That's how we're going to do it. All right, fine. That's all I got to say. Okay, nothing left to say here. All right. This is D-Style. I'm out.